Welcome back, guys. Welcome. I hope you have all had an amazing weekend. We're now here in Monday. We're coming up towards 1 p.m. and we are well into the trading session for this Monday. I want to start off by saying thank you very much to everyone for all the love and support on the previous videos. And if you are enjoying these videos every Monday, then make sure you give us a little thumbs up. And of course, drop us a comment down below. Share the love, guys. It costs nothing, but it is worth $1 million to us. So as always, let's recap what we did for last week's markups. And then we'll go into what we're looking at for this week. So, last week, being the 9th of the 9th, we started off with Euro, and we were explaining to everybody that we're looking for price action to either follow this trajectory, move up to our supply, and sell away. This area of supply to fail and price action to travel bullish, or the scenario of price action failing through the lows, including this area of demand, and to come lower to the major demand that we have to go bullish. Now, of course, every single point that we give to you is based on a speculation that we have from current price action. And of course, major factors can change this and everything can be completely invalidated by one move. But we always have to have an idea that has some sort of validity that lines up with current price action, right? So our overall bias here was for price action to run bullish after a greater move. We highlighted this by saying that the 2-3 sell moves we were expecting before a bullish shift was occurring. So we'll play this forward here and you'll see that price action actually ran beautifully bearish and then went bullish just as we called. Now, unfortunately for us, we didn't have an interaction with the area that we wanted to buy from, and there was no valid buys given within here, so we just ended up shorting this pair for the week. And we actually caught a beautiful short 1 to 6 within this area on Friday, which was a very, very tight in and out trade. But our overall bias is for price action to come up because we have a gap on the daily time frame and momentum and structure is still very bullish on this pair. So let's go over to what we have for this week on Euro. And you can see that we have obviously the context and the text right there if you want to follow it. And you can see where we are and where we were when we gave this out. The bias that we had was, of course, for price action to follow the same principle here, which is run bullish, ultimately going for this high, or for price action to give us a pullback to an area of demand before going bullish, again dropping through that low to potentially going bullish. And if both of these 2 points fail, we'll look for a sell-off through, right? Now, there is a factor that you have to bring into this, which is price action does not have to pull back, and we know this, and we teach this actively, that you don't have to have pullbacks for price action to actually deliver a new bullish movement. You can just have bullish moves straight away. You don't have to have a pullback. So when you see a high, we always give the scenario of price action just running straight through. And of course, if that happens, we have to re-evaluate what we have. Now, when we go to the forwards button here and we play it, you can see price action has actually ran straight through for Euro, which is completely fine. It now gives us a new high, which we're going to repost a 16th for this because we're going to have to reevaluate this slightly. But what it gives us is a new high, a new low, and price action having a potential to play within here and run bullish, or we play back and these areas remain the same. But like I say, don't spend your time hunting a pullback when price action is clearly running bullish. You're going to see the same principle here that we're talking about on gold, as retail and a lot of other traders spent their time last week trying to call shorts on gold when it's been making new all-time highs for weeks. So only expect it to keep going up, right? If it delivers to a point that is favorable for you to buy or sell from, amazing. So that's euro right here. We're looking for, again, if you want to read the literature on this, there's not really much to read there, but you can find that with the links below for the YouTube and the Discord and the trading view. So yeah, if you want to go and do that, you can. Like I say, make sure you drop us a little like and a comment. It really does mean the world. But let's go on to gold now. And keep an eye out for the new updated version of this as well. So let's go to last week's gold. So 9th of the 9th. Okay. So you can see right here what we were looking for on gold, which is for price action to play bullish from the area of demand up to the new all-time high, taking the previous liquid that's stored above this high. Or for this area to fail, sweep out the low, run bullish again. Again, the liquid sweep not to give us a bullish reaction. And then we go for the area of demand. And same principle here. That fails, we run down for the next area of liquid. And when I play this, you're going to see, again, price action delivering exactly what we were saying earlier. We don't have to have that pullback for longs to occur. The pullback occurred when we entered this area of demand. We simply came up. We hit this point and we continued going bullish. Everyone was trying to short and storing their liquid above this high when ultimately it was only being used to power price higher. So now we have the new bias, which is gold here. Okay. So we have no clearly formed high. That's our first point to focus on. Because if we don't have a clearly formed high, we don't have a defining high and low point within ranging price action that we can begin to interpret as our current range. We only have a new liquid high, which most likely is going to become run. So we're looking for price action to pull back to establish a bullish high and a bullish low. Now, as I just covered, pullbacks do not have to happen. Pullbacks are not guaranteed to deliver in terms of a trending movement. And gold is very clearly trending as it has been. So we're looking now at this area of trajectory following up and price just to deliver higher and higher and higher and higher. Okay. Now we know this can't go on forever. We also know that we shouldn't expect price to sell away when it's clearly going up. Even the most blatant points of liquidity were left last week. So price action is clearly trying to establish higher pricing. Institute is buying while retail is selling. Simply the story of 90% of assets. So now, coming into this week, what are we looking at? Well, we're looking for a clear high to be established, as we stated. Then we're looking at this area where price has delivered bullish. We could simply create a low in this area. And I believe if we put in a high and this remains the low, this will be around the 50% of that range. So we're looking for around a 50% pullback if it wants to deliver that. If this area fails, I believe that we'll see this area of demand possibly giving us a new shift higher. If we do, in turn, push higher, I'll be looking for another pullback, as stated here, to then go long again. Simply follow long momentum. And if both of these scenarios fail, I believe that we're going to run lower into this liquid, the liquid stored below here, and establish ultimately a bearish range, but it's going to be a higher time frame pullback. So there's nothing more than a bullish bias here on gold. Do not try and short something that is creating new all-time highs. That is the definition of trading against trend. So when I play this here, you'll see what's happened with this so far. We've pulled back slightly, but nothing crazy yet. So we haven't even established a high yet on the 4-hour time frame. So very simple biases for us here on Euro and gold. As I stated, I will be doing a remarkup on EURUSD. This is just because we went straight up from our previous markup, so we're going to revalue that and post a new one. I would just edit the original, but TradingView doesn't allow you to edit. It's one of the beautiful things about that platform. But as it stands, that is all there is to say really on terms of gold and euro. There isn't a huge amount to cover. They're very simple. There's nothing crazy going on with these charts. But if you want to join us in around 30 minutes time, we are going to be coming live on YouTube once again. We're live right now. We're going to be going live once again, and we're going to be highlighting some points that we're looking at coming into this week, and then from there we'll be posting part 4 of the Keep It Simple series, and then part 5 will be coming on Thursday. So guys, thank you all very much for joining me. I appreciate the love. I appreciate everyone that is here watching this live, and I will see you all in